it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is episode 11 here on Matopiba. So picking up right where I left off here, having to take care of this field, got to get this all back up and running before we can pretty much set our sights on anything else. JP is still out and about, having to, talk to the professionals and hoping that he's, getting the help that he needs to hopefully unlock anything that he can think of that I don't know if he repressed or who knows. I mean, one of those where here, I don't know, ever since I ran into that guy there in town there, I'm kind of freaking out. Like, things just are not just straightforward. Like, I should be here worried about the field, worried about getting this all up and running, but all I can think about are these stupid apples. Every time I feel like, hey, things are going all right, it's not too bad, it's, it is what it is, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, just I get yanked back into this world of golden apples, and it's nuts. It's just completely nuts. And I'm to a point to where I don't know what to do. I don't know if I need to take this serious. I don't know if I need to, just keep on moving on. One of these days, I'm just gonna hopefully get some definitive answers. And with JP off talking to who he needs to talk to, hopefully, we'll figure something out from there. But at this point, I just need to keep on trucking. I need to keep working around here. I need to try my best to push this stuff to the back of my mind, and then just do what I have to do. I mean, work needs to be done, and it's not going to not do it just because I'm worried. So let's get this field mulched. Then we got to replant with something else. I don't know if we're going to do a cover crop just yet, or if we're going to hold off and do something else. I haven't quite decided just yet. Still need to figure that out. Alright, finishing up here, and now I need to go ahead and there we go. Let's pull that up. Excellent. Let's take this back, go grab the seeder, and figure out what I'm going to do from here. Whether I'm going to plant a new crop or going to put in a cover for right now. Haven't decided just yet, but we'll figure that out here shortly. So have you ever gone and had something to do, but before you went and did it, you realize, wait a minute, I have to go complete X before I can go and do what I want to do? Well, that's kind of what I just ran into here. Basically, what ended up happening is I got back to the farm, was putting everything away with the mulcher, and then realized, uh-oh, wait a minute, my seeder's not a direct drill. So, needless to say, I had to figure out something to do. So I ran up to the shop there, and I went out and bought this. So first things first, I got to get out of this thing and go ahead and unfold this, cultivator in order to be able to get it to work. All right, I've got it all folded out. Now we just need to chug around the field here, just like so. You can see this is going to work just fine. It's just, this was one of the cheapest things that they had, and it's going to get the ground tore up just enough for me to be able to plant in it. And I still haven't decided. Once I realized, oh, darn it, I need to go and, get this addressed. Well, that's when I decided, okay, well, I'm going to focus on this first. And in between, I'm going to actually kind of sit down and think about what it is I'm going to plant here. I'm kind of leaning towards a cover crop because I don't think there's anything really I can plant this month just yet, but I'm not sure. So wrapping up this field here, at least with the cultivating part of it, let's go ahead and do this. And let's get this all the way out to the edge here, just like that. Perfect. All right, so I need to go ahead and hop out and fold this all back up. And just like that, it's all folded up, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and get this strapped to the side of the tractor here. Uh, Actually, is not that heavy. I was actually quite surprised. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this strapped up and get ready to hit the road. And we'll be back over here with the seeder in just a little bit. So I was on my way back to the farm here, and I ended up giving Gael a call and was asking him, hey, where can I pick up some oilseed radish around here in town? I've been calling around, and nobody seems to carry it. And he's like, what are you, stupid? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just looking for some oilseed radish. I want to use it as a cover crop to be able to plow in to get some extra nitrogen in the ground. It's like, dude, you can't. He basically told me that I was dumb because it doesn't grow here. It doesn't grow in this area, so they don't use it. It's not. There's nobody around here that's going to sell it to you. And I'm like, oh, well, then I guess that makes more sense. So, really, nothing I can do with that field until it comes time to actually start planting the crop itself. But then it got me to thinking, it's like, I've got all this product here with the hay and the silage, and I really am not using a ton of it. I mean, I'm using some of the hay here, but the silage and stuff is really going to waste. And then it dawned on me, well, why don't I make some TMR? I can make a whole bunch of TMR, and then once I make the TMR, I'll be able to go out and be able to use that for selling, and just kind of go from there. And I figured that'd be a absolutely perfect solution to what I'm doing here. Instead of just sitting around and not being able to do anything, I'll be able to go from there. So the same companies that made these, the dryer and the fermenter over here, they also make a mixer. So I gave them a call. They're going to be heading on over, and as soon as they get here to install that new mixer, it's going to be game on. So let's go to the house here and hopefully wait until they show up here hopefully pretty soon and be able to go from there. So they got here and it didn't take them long at all to be able to install this thing. It is incredible. Oh, you know what? I got the Merlot attached to this. Let's go ahead and disconnect that. We'll just pull this right over here. Okay. Let's get swung around. Alright, so first things first, let's load up some hay. Alright, so I got my first load of hay here. Let's go ahead and get spun around. And look at this. Super thrilled about this. Let's see. Get this in here. Like so. And once we get the silage, I even got some straw kind of spun up in the facility over here as well. But we're gonna get everything in here to be able to make a whole bunch of TMR, and then we're gonna be able to use that for sales. Let's see, straw. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Got a little out of control right there. There we go. And then we'll get one more load of silage. And then we'll get this running. Now you figure each one of these trailer loads are 45,000 liters. So 45,000 times 3, that's how much TMR I'm going to have just in this. And if I go completely wild, basically give everything away. There we go. Then we're really going to be in TMR shape here. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get this process rolling. There we go. And we want to make this one here, the silage, hay, and straw. And look at it go. Did it not take any of the straw? Well, anyways, I think this is going to be a really nice look here. You're going to get a ton of product. JP is going to be very thrilled about this. This is going to be hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm thinking if we were to make everything here into TMR, everything would be probably in the ballpark of $800,000, maybe. Kind of best guess scenario right there, but let me go ahead and start moving all this stuff over because I want to make some TMR. Last trailer full of all the product here. Gonna dump this out, park the trailer, and then we're gonna see what we have so far. So let's go ahead and we'll just pull through and around. All right, perfect. Right about there. Okay. So let's take a look here and see what we got in the hold. Oh yeah, look at that. Already have 13,000 liters of TMR. This is going to work out perfectly. You figure between all these here, we're going to have an absolute a ton, just a metric ton of of TMR. It's going to be nuts. Figure that's what 200, 500, and 600, probably about 630 ish thousand, 340 ish thousand liters. I'm sorry, no. Why am I saying 300? No, 630-ish thousand. Yeah, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's going to be a pretty penny, but that's going to take a little bit of time for it to mix. So, it's all up at the top and just going to keep on working and working and working until it's finally a TMR. Looking forward to it. So now what I need to do is just go relax for the day because not a whole lot else is going on. Gal doesn't have a lot going on over his head, so there's nothing really much for me to do. I just need to wait to hear back from JP and kind of go from there. So I'm just gonna go inside and go relax for a little while. All right, so let's go over to the facility over there and check out the levels, see what exactly we're working with here. I am rather curious to see. $558,000 almost 559,000, and we still have straw and some hay left over, so we ran out of silage before anything else. That's actually rather surprising. But you can see all the grass here around the farm is ready for mowing, so that might be something that we work on to be able to fill up the two machines here, to be able to then fill up this one here and make even more TMR. I mean, this is awesome. We've got so much stuff around here to be able to utilize and work forward with. But yeah, let's go ahead and start selling this stuff because we need to make some money. As you can see, we only have 18 grand in the account. JP, he ended up staying out at the town overnight because apparently they got done really, really late. This is several towns over, so he figured instead of trying to drive, and take, public transport and all that stuff really, really late at night, he figured he would just kind of do his own thing and just hang out there overnight. So we'll see him hopefully later on when he gets in. But at this point, I need to, nope, I need to grab the tractor, which is over here, still hooked up to the wagon. I believe I can just fill up the wagon and then just go in from there. I'm pretty sure the wagon will hold TMR, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, look at that. All right, perfect. All right, so now I'm gonna head down to over by the co-op there. Was calling around trying to figure out how much I can get out of this stuff, and so far the co-op has offered me the best price by a couple of bucks. So gonna head on over there. We'll see you over there in a little bit. So here I am going ahead and dropping off some of this TMR, and hopefully I make a pretty penny out of all this. Let's see, I believe I pull around this side over here. I believe it's somewhere over here. Alright, let's see what I get out of this one trailer load. 45,000 liters. Oh, $73,000. Wow. Okay. Let's go. All right, I've got some running around to do. All right, so as you can see, this paid off. Holy smokes, $913,000 from all that TMR. This is absolutely bonkers. This, wow, 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 did this work out. I still have another 21,000 liters here in this trailer. This is everything I've got, and whoo boy, we have come up aces on this one. I'm so happy about this. Let's go ahead and drop this. See where we come up with. All right, here we go. $948,000, baby. Ow! Nice. Oh man. I am really happy about this one. I know once I find JP, oh man, he is gonna absolutely be beside himself. 950 grand. I mean, what what happened here? I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so I'm almost back to the farm here, and what I want to do is I want to examine the whole making money aspect. That 950 grand is ridiculous. I mean, all that from TMR, what else do I have on hand that I can utilize for, sales? And it dawned on me, all I've got a byproduct from all the silage I've been making. I've got digestate. JP and I have been working really hard on this. So why don't I call that company up and see if they have anything that can be used to be able to whip up some digestate into, I don't know, fertilizer maybe? That'd be amazing, because if I can make some fertilizer, I can go and sell that and make a tidy little profit. That would be amazing. And you figure this is housing 76,000 liters of digestate. So even if I have to take a product because it's drying it out or something like that, and it's, maybe a 4-to-1 or a 5-to-1 ratio, you're still talking over 20,000 liters of solid fertilizer, and solid fertilizer is so expensive. I mean, I could use it around the farm. I'd be able to do whatever the case may be. And I don't think I'd have to talk JP into it too hard. I think that he would be quite all right with, making this purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and make some calls. Going to go inside here real quick and see what we can work out. So that company really came through in a clutch. Holy cow, this thing is incredible. This is what's going to make that digestate into solid fertilizer. And then we're going to get big time paid. I cannot wait until I can get this thing going. But what I need first is some kind of liquid tanker or something to be able to move all that digestate from over in the fermenter over to here. So let's go ahead and grab our tractor that's right over here, and then head to town and get us some kind of tanker. We'll see you over there. And we're back here at the farm. Gonna go ahead and transfer over all of that digestate and get that process starting. As you can see, we've got us a massive trailer here. Nice little swivel axle. This will work out just fine going forward, to where all we'll have to do is just keep on cutting the grass and producing more and more digestate. So yeah, I'm okay with all this. Let's see. Um Ah, there it is. I was worried there for a second. Alright, so now my little tractor can barely get up out of its own way with this thing. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get this process started. There we go. We are producing solid fertilizer super fast. Alright, let's get this continuing. There we go. About, what, two more trips. I mean, we're going to get a fair bit of that fertilizer out of there, and then once we get that, we'll sell that off. That's going to be a big chunk of money. Like, that's legit going to be a lot of money. See how much we got so far. Almost 1,000 liters already. This is just chugging through. Wow. Just wow. This company makes good stuff. Yep, 2 more trips. Perfect. Get swiveled around here. Alright, last trip. We'll park this and then move on to the next thing. There we go. Perfect. Now it is like a 4-to-1 ratio for the digestate to solid fertilizer, but that just shows you just how much we have to, dry it down in order to get some, decent product out of it. So let's go ahead. We'll park this right next to everything else here. Perfect. 2,000 liters already. I mean, you can see it's burning through digestate really, really fast. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be totally worth it. Absolutely worth it. Alright, but at this point, I think I need to make some more phone calls because I think I want to put in some chickens. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in the back corner over there or maybe over here. Who knows? You know what? Let's make some phone calls and see what we can get. So it would have taken me probably a couple of days to build. I had somebody come out here and do it in an hour. And this thing is incredible. They had a whole crew. They just came out here, zip, 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 and pow, we have a nice little chicken coop, a little chicken pasture right here. Gonna be perfect. Gonna be absolutely perfect for raising some chickens. So now what I need to do is I need to go buy some chickens. So I need to run up to the animal dealer on the other side of town there. I will meet you over there as quickly as possible. Alright, so I'm up here at the animal dealer. Just need to go talk to the owner right over here. Go ahead and let's turn off the tractor. Get us some chickens. We got a whole mess of them we can get. I stopped up at the shop here and got a little trailer here. We'll be able to transport the chickens ourselves, and we'll be able to... Oh my. There's an apple behind her. You know what? JP's not here. What's the worst thing that can happen? Let's... Where am I?
Fear not, you are safe.
Who are you?
My name is not important. What is important is that I am here to help you.
What do you mean, help me? Where am I? Why am I here?
You were almost captured
By who?
by the Tadari.
Who? Who are the Tadari?
They are an ancient and wicked organism. They only seek to destroy. They only want destruction.
So why are they on... Why am I involved in this? What's going on?
I will tell you, a long time ago, we existed in peace on a planet far from here. One day, pain, destruction was brought to our doorsteps. We wanted to survive. In our haste, we evacuated and we saved our power source. We sent it off world and sent it to your home world. You call them apples, but that power source is able to run our whole world. Then Tadari wanted this power, and they were willing to conquer for it. They tracked you down to your planet and found some of these power sources, but they are not able to interact with them as they are too powerful in their current state. Over time, they will break down and become weaker unless they are brought home.
Well, how do you take them home? We don't have any means to do that.
Yes, we know this. Before sending them off, we made it to where, if found, they could be manipulated back. We hoped that one day somebody would find them and by touching them, bring them home back to our home world.
Wait. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. So when you're telling me when my cousin and I, we've been grabbing them, they're gone? Like they just disappear back to your world?
That is right. It is a homing, and in that homing, they come back one by one until all have returned.
So wait. You said that they can't touch them. Why can't they touch them?
Because it will destroy them. We made it to where only you, humans, are able to interact with them. But the Tadari, they will be destroyed until they are weak enough for them to collect That is why, when they find them, they watch and wait to make sure nobody else comes in contact with them. You started finding them. You started sending them home. For this we thank you, and we must ask that you continue to find them. We must ask that you send them home. Our world is dying without these apples. Please help us. Please find the rest and send them home, or else our world will no longer exist.
Wait, whoa. I mean, you're laying some heavy stuff on me here. What? So you need us to find these things, or else your entire world is gone?
Yes,
Okay. Hold on. So these Tadari, is that what attacked me?
yes. Well, a Tadari in a human shell. They have the capability to manipulate the weak, use them against their will.
So like puppets.
Yes, puppets. And because of that, if they see people going after the power source, they will defend them without touching them. I found you before they were able to take you away. Just like the other found him too. He was more difficult to rescue. He didn't understand. I hope that I can trust in you to relay this and to bring our world whole again.
And that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing to show you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care.